This is Jenkins Farms.
Good morning, everybody. It's Ryan Jenkins with Jenkins Farms. Well, I thought while I was here by myself, before everybody got here this morning, I'd try to make a little peanut picking video for everybody. Can I show you what goes on in the peanut field, how things work, the equipment we use? Some of you might not be familiar with it, and for the ones that are, you'll probably like it anyway. So here we go. I'll start showing you everything there is to know about picking peanuts in Jay, Florida. So these are the trailers that haul the peanuts to the buying point. Our particular buying point uses all semi-trailers like these. Some buying points still use wagons. Ours just happens to use these. Makes it a little easier to transport large quantities from further away. So what they've done is take old van trailers, basically, and they put a raised perforated floor in them. I don't know if we'll be able to show you or not, but you can see this hole here. That's where the dryer duct will go. When it gets to the buying point, they'll check the moisture in the peanuts, and if it's above basically 10% moisture, they have these giant dryers that they hook up. Let me shine my light in here. I don't know if you can, but you can see this is hollow here all the way to the other end of the trailer. And this is the perforated floor, and so the air will come flowing through here, the warm air will come flowing through here and be forced up through the peanuts. So there's one that's loaded, waiting for a big truck to come and get it. These usually hold, you know, I don't know, we might be telling on ourselves, I don't know, but usually we have between 25 and 30 tons of peanuts on here when they go to the buying point to be dried. So that's how we take them to the buying point. So here we have the dump cart. We call them the nut buggy. Our problem is those trailers are so tall, our pickers can't dump in them. So we have to dump in the nut buggy, and then the nut buggy will go dump it into the truck. So it's pretty simple. If you look, you can see a big hydraulic cylinder there. The whole buggy will raise straight up high enough that it can dump into the cart, and then it dumps like what you would imagine. It just pivots on that point there and dumps into the big truck. So this guy has a busy job. Chase usually does this. He's as good a nut buggy driver as there is. He's got the most important job in the whole field, because he's keeping 3 pickers going at one time. And like these rows here are well over a half a mile, probably close to 3/4 of a mile long. So, and that will not hold quite 2 full dumps off of the peanut pickers. So he is constantly running from one end to the other. I feel sorry for him, but like I say, he's as good as there is. He's a very good, I guess, strategist. You know, he might have to tell one guy dump a half a load right now. Just, he sees the big picture and what he needs where to make things work as efficient as they can. This particular field, we're baling the hay behind the pickers. So usually I do it myself, but we just don't have the time and manpower this year. So I got one of my buddies to come in and help us out baling. He's baling it on halves, which means to pay for him baling the hay, he gets half of all the bales out here. And you can see he's already done a pretty good bit of hay already. All right, now I'm going to give you a quick tour of a peanut picker. We use a Modest peanut pickers. There are what, three different companies that produce peanut pickers. A Modest, KMC, and Colombo. We like a Modest. We've had them for years, and they do a really good job for us. This is a 6-row peanut picker, peanut combine, whatever you want to call it. You saw the digging video, so you know that we take 6 rows and turn them into, we dig them, and when we dig them, it turns them into 3 windrows. So that picker will pick 3 windrows, which is 6 regular rows at the time. It's pulled by a tractor. There are some self-propelled ones, but we don't have any of those here on our farm. But you can see the head here, those fingers will be turning round and round and round, and gently pick up the vines and put them in there, and the auger will auger them over toward the center to where they'll enter the machine. So I opened up the basket so we can go up top and show you what makes a peanut picker pick peanuts. It's like magic. Let me let the ladder down. We'll climb right up there and I'll show you. Well, I ran this picker about 5 minutes ago to clean out the inside a little bit so you could see it. Still dust everywhere, but I hadn't got time to wait anymore. So I showed you the front where the auger puts them to the center of the machine and brings them into the machine. So they come in down at the bottom down there and come up, and you can see these cylinders have bars on them that have picking fingers on them. See the little fingers? I guess it was focusing on my finger. But you can see the fingers. So they're spinning real fast, and they basically break up the hay and beat the peanuts off the vines. Then they'll come on through the rear of the machine. There's some separators there. I'll show you in just a second. There's a big fan that keeps the trash elevated and takes it out the back of the picker, and then the peanuts, the clean peanuts, will get blown up into this basket when the basket's sitting here where it's supposed to be sitting. So the peanuts will fall out once they go through the machine. All the trash and stuff, everything that's chopped up will come out, fall out here. These, I know you can't really tell it. Turn it sideways. Now maybe you can tell they're individual little wheels. They'll roll the trash out. The peanuts will fall down through them, and at that point they'll go through a stemmer saw, which if there's any stems left on there, it'll cut those off. So the stemmer saws are in here. They look like little saw blades. There's 2 rows of them. They're spinning. They catch the stems, cut them off so that when it's done, it'll look like that. It'll just be a peanut. Then they fall down into this auger. See the auger there? See the peanuts? Then they'll blow up in the chute here. And you gotta imagine the basket being let down. They'll blow through this chute into that hole that's in the basket and fill the basket. That's how a peanut picker works. One thing I didn't tell you about, sometimes we have spinners back here. This is where all the hay comes out. Since we're baling the hay, we've got chutes on each side so to windrow the hay, and it doesn't have to be raked. It's just already windrowed right behind the picker, and the baler can come in and bale it. If we weren't doing this, there are spinners that go on here. There'll be 2 spinners. and then that'll broadcast the hay evenly across the field. So it just depends on what we're doing. We swap back and forth all season long. Here's some, I don't know if you can see it good in this lighting. Here's a couple of little windrows of hay that they didn't bale because we had stuff parked here yesterday, but instead of it being completely scattered, you can see it's just in a little windrow here ready for the hay baler to come through. Here you can see where it was too wet when we started digging. It's still too wet to go through there. So we just had to leave it. We'll come back and get it one day if we have time before we leave this area. That's just a Saturday morning look at the peanut patch.